What's the deal? Y'all already know. Big Boss, K-Po through the other type of boxing. Real quick before I go in the gym. Real quick. Look at here. So it's a lot of y'all that's sitting there saying that, Errol Spence is done. I saw Dana Garcia, so they say Errol Spence is a damaged fighter. He blamed Errol Spence lost to Terence Crawford. He just said Terence Crawford was the better man. He said he's not trying to take nothing from Terence Crawford, but he also believes that Errol Spence is damaged because of the accidents, right? That's what Dana Garcia says. Dana Garcia says Errol Spence is a damaged fighter, right? And I don't believe that. You know what I mean? I don't believe Errol Spence is a damaged fighter. I just think Errol Spence just, wasn't himself that night against Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, like I said, Errol Spence gave Terence Crawford the answers. That's what I believe. It wasn't more of Terence Crawford creating opportunities. It was Errol giving Terence Crawford opportunities. Terence Crawford just basically stood there and countered Errol Spence all night. That's just what he did. You know what I mean? He just and changed angles. That's what he did. You know what I mean? We just got called a spade a spade. But and it's not to take nothing away from that. It still give Terence Crawford credit for being great, him seeing that, and taking advantage of those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to call a spade a spade. But to keep it a stack, I'm cooking. Errol Spence's career was built off fighting. Fighting top guys, fighting top names. That's what Errol Spence's career was built on. You got people saying Errol Spence is a media maid, right? Which I disagree with that. You know what I mean? I think Errol Spence really had to earn his stuff out the mud. He had to fight top fight after top fight after top fighter and earn his reputation, right? He earned that, right? This is something that he earned, right? I look at more Terence Crawford as a media-made fighter because of he didn't fight those top names. Also, when Terence Crawford moved to 147, he didn't fight, and this is my opinion, strategically didn't fight top fights because he wanted to hold on to that belt. Because he knew that belt would be able to get him to undisputed. That's what it is. If I hold on to this belt, I could get an undisputed fight. And it possibly may be with Errol Spence. It could be with whoever. But I want to become undisputed, right? So, boom. Because he never fought any top fights that put him in danger, right? Now, granted, he got knocked down by Mean Machine. We're just going to call it spade. And he's admitted to that. He admitted, yeah, I got knocked down by Mean Machine. You know what I mean? So, I think that Terence Crawford is smart. He's smarter than what I gave him credit for. You know what I'm saying? He knew, like, how he needed to move. He stayed out of harm's way. I mean, look at his career. Terence Crawford has had a flawless career. And a lot of people talk about, Terence Crawford has, he's never been in danger. He's never fought. Each person he's fought, it has, he's made them look ordinary. It's because they weren't top fighters. That's just what it is. When you fight against another top dog, right? Now, granted, Errol Spence, he destroyed Errol Spence. We'll give him his credit. Boss gonna give people credit. I ain't make no excuses. That's why me and a couple of bud buddies are cool now. We be chopping it up in the comment section now because of that. I gave Terence credit for that. But what I'm saying is that we all can agree something's wrong with Errol. But whatever. The fact of the matter is this. When has Terence Crawford fought another top guy ever besides this fight against Errol Spence? Even his peers are saying that. Fellow boxers like Canelo, he's saying that, like, and Canelo don't care. Like, you don't really see Canelo fooling with any other boxers. Like, Canelo don't do what a lot of boxers do. Canelo do what Canelo want. You see Canelo, he hanging by himself. That's one thing I respect about Canelo Alvarez. He dolo. He got his own little thing going on. He ain't got time for the foolishness. You see what I'm saying? That's Canelo. So when Canelo say, hey, man, He only fought Errol. That's all he fought in his career. Which something we've been saying. You know what I mean? It's not a diss towards Terence Crawford. He ain't fought nobody his career but Errol. He stayed out of harm's way his whole career. He ain't fought them dangerous fights. I keep telling y'all, if you put Errol Spence against all those opponents Terence Crawford fought, Errol Spence will be 40-0 with 40 knockouts probably. You take Terence Crawford and have him fight the fighters that Errol Spence fought, I don't know if he's undefeated. I'm just gonna keep it a stack with you. I don't know if he's undefeated. We just gotta keep it real. I don't know if he gonna come out of there unscathed. That's real talk. We just gotta call a spade a spade. I don't know. But a lot of y'all want to go off one fight and be like, oh, see what he did to Errol, he'll do that to him. Styles make fights. Every fight is different. Every style is different. You understand that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Terence Crawford will beat Danny Garcia. I would favor him, but I don't know if he'll beat Danny Garcia. You know what I mean? I don't know if he will beat Ugas. I don't know if Terence Crawford beat Ugas. You know? I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about back then. Right? I don't know if Terence Crawford beat that Sean Porter. I don't know. I don't know if Terence Crawford beat that version of Kell Brook. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? So, like I keep saying, at the end of the day, spade to spade, I don't consider Errol Spence to be media made. He literally got it out the mud. Now, some people say, oh, PBC put him in position. Yes, they did. But they did what a promoter's supposed to do. You're supposed to promote your fighter. That's all they did. They promoted him and put him in position to get these fights. Whereas Top Rank didn't do that. Right? But Errol Spence still had to go out there and fight and win these fights. It wasn't like they doing where they got this dude here and he skipped 6 people and no. He beat a low-level guy. Nah, he didn't beat every other top. You know, he done moved over other top fighters that got a belt. You know, they ain't doing that. Like, on PBC, you got to fight to climb. And you got to fight top fight after top fight after top fight. Look what they did. They basically did a Super 6 at the welterweight division, PBC. That's basically what they did. You know? That's basically what they did. They did like a little Super 6. And Errol Spence came out on top of that, right? He had 3 belts. Then boom. His last option was Terence Crawford. Didn't get the job done. Terence Crawford come out on top. But look at the differences in their career. See, Terence Crawford and the Bud Buddies are the only ones delusional in this. And when you point these things out, they want to get mad and upset and, oh, you hating on Crawford. It's not hating. It's facts. He ain't fought those names, bro. He ain't fought guys in the prime of their career. He has asterisks by every name that he didn't fought besides Errol Spence. The Kell Brook that he fought wasn't prime Kell Brook. The Sean Porter that he fought wasn't prime Sean Porter. That's it. He know that. And let me tell y'all this. If Terence felt like he fought top competition, he would have never left Top Rank. He even said publicly, you couldn't get me those fights. But also, I question, how bad did you really want these fights? Right? Because he wasn't willing to cross the street to go get these fights done. I keep telling y'all, when you want to fight and you claim you starving and you desiring to get these fights, you willing to do whatever to get these fights done. So if I'm saying I'm hungry, hey bro, look, if I'm a pit and I run my whole yard and it's another yard that got pits over there, you know what I'm saying? And them pits over there talking and they saying they can do whatever to me, I'm going in that yard. And I told y'all, one of the most gangster things Terence Crawford could have did is went over there to PBC, beat everybody over there, took their belts, and left. He didn't do that. He held on to that belt, right? Fought low-level competition, right? Held on to the belt, strategically fought dudes out of their prime. Strategically. I still stand on that. He strategically did that. He wasn't, this thing, when he went up to 47, the only name he called out was Keith Thurman, and then later on he started calling out Errol Spence. He wasn't calling out Kell Brook when Kell Brook was a champion. He wasn't looking at Danny Garcia when Danny Garcia had a belt. You know what I'm saying? I think he called out Danny Garcia after Danny Garcia lost the belt. Right? Everything is strategically done. There's nothing strategically done with Errol. Or anybody that I've seen. It's like, and I'm telling you, Bud is smart. I didn't think he was that intelligent. He's very smart. He know what he doing. He know when he need to fight dudes. He know that. He do that stuff Canelo do. This boxing game is dirty. And those of y'all who don't know, it's a very dirty sport. That's one thing I dislike about boxing. I ain't gonna say hate, because I don't like using that word. One thing I dislike about boxing is very dirty. Somebody that they really want to win or really want to push a certain way, they'll politic it. See, Errol got his stuff out the mud. But I don't know. Now, most people may say Bud got it out the mud. You know, nobody believed in him when he first came in the game. They didn't expect him to beat certain fighters, and he beat them. And that's partially true. But after a certain while, when you get your name and your household name in boxing, which Terence Crawford is, you gotta fight killers, dog. And that's it. That's what it is. And he wasn't doing that. He was content with fighting the people he was fighting, but standing behind the gate barking. The only reason why he got the Errol Spence fight was because of Errol Spence. It wasn't because of PBC. PBC bought business. They looking like, nigga, I don't think you should do this, man, because you giving up too much. You giving this dude whatever he want to get this fight. But Errol like, man, I don't care, man. I just want to fight. I want to fight this dude. I want to get it over with. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And Terence Crawford admitted that. He said, you know what? You the reason why this fight happened. He said that to Errol. He admitted that. So while y'all sitting there talking about, Errol Spence is the reason why that fight happened. So I'm not trying to hear that stuff. Errol Spence's career was out the mud. Yeah, he came into the game with a little bit of hype because he was an Olympian, right? He was an Olympian. So he came in kind of like Shakur. When you come out the Olympics, everybody want to sign you. So he came out the game ready to go. But after a while, he couldn't get those fights. So he just started punishing people until they couldn't avoid him. Right? They see he's selling out. They see he doing this and doing that. Now people want to fight this man. Now the Sean Porters wanted to fight him. The Danny Garcia. Y'all see Kell Brook didn't want to fight Errol Spence. This man was supposed to fight Errol Spence. What was that? 2016. Right? It was May 2016. Or September 2016. My bad. He was supposed to fight Errol. This nigga wanted to go fight Triple G. He was trying not to fight Errol Spence. And if he would have beat Triple G, he wouldn't have came back down to 47. I'm telling you this. He was trying everything in his power not to fight Errol Spence. Errol Spence is at the time was being avoided. That's real talk. Kind of like what Terence Crawford doing with Boots. They know. So like I keep saying, at the end of the day, spade is spade. When you look at the careers of Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, Errol Spence's career is out the mud. He earned everything. And just his run at 47, he's a Hall of Fame fighter. Just the fighters he beat when he fought them, right? He even stayed at a weight class for 10 years. You don't understand. When you get in your... Look, let me tell you something. I'm 34 years old, right? When you start getting in your 30s, your metabolism slow down. You know what I mean? I used to be able to lose like 10 pounds, 2 days. It take me a week to lose 10 pounds now. A week. And that includes me boxing and running every day. It take me to lose 10 pounds take me a week. When I was 20-something, give me 2 days, I'm down 10 pounds. Within a week, I'm be down 20 pounds. Like, I can lose weight quick. But now, because you got to understand, Errol Spence 30-something years old. He was coming down to 147. He been at that weight for 10 years. Like, man, come on, man. Errol Spence, truthfully, in my opinion, should be at like 160-something right now. 168. But he chose to stay there because he wanted to become undisputed. He wanted to accomplish something. He didn't get to do it. But his career lives on. He still can accomplish a lot of stuff in the sport of boxing. That's what it is. But I don't think Errol Spence is a damaged fighter. I think Errol Spence just wasn't himself that fight against Terence Crawford. I still think Errol Spence can beat a lot of top guys in boxing. You know? That's to be seen when he come back. You know? But it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Boss gone.